Hello lovely people, my name is Anisia, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about the trend problem that becomes very common right now, and almost every fashion blogger talks about it. Most of their opinions are similar, and the conclusion is that trends are bad, trends are killing personality, trends are killing creativity, individuality, but very few people are talking about how to solve this problem and what really causes this problem and what's the psychology behind it and what makes people follow all of these trends and what to do to avoid falling into the hole of seductive Pinterest pictures. So yeah, I prepared some of the points I made today. I'm not calling for all of you to listen to me. This is just purely my opinion. I'm gonna be talking about specifically fashion girlies and the difference between people who appreciate fashion and ready to put effort and be creative, the difference between this kind of people and the people who literally just do not care about how they look, what's fashionable, what's in, what's out. It's just not in their interests. As a preview, I want to say that fashion is an ever-evolving landscape influenced by a million of factors such as culture, technology, social dynamics, which I'm gonna give you a specific example from my own life about that. Yet, one of the most powerful drivers of fashion is the desire for public validation. In our highly connected world where social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest are dominating, many people look to these spaces for guidance of what to wear. We seek approval and admiration from our peers, often at the expenses of our own individuality. This quest for validation can lead to a conformity that stifles creativity and personal expression, especially when the prevailing trends don't align with our own taste and values. So, talking about pressure from society and fear of being different, I want to tell you about my personal experience of growing up in Russia. As you may know, Russia is one of the very conservative countries. We have a very strict, not very obviously, but pretty much strict rules on how to look or what to wear. Me personally, coming back home after studying in the US, exploring myself there, opening up and experimenting with my personal style, often I get into the situation where my really close friends begin to comment on my outfits, such things as, why are you wearing so much jewelry, you look like a gypsy, or you look so colorful, what are you trying to say, or you're too overdressed, we're just going to a bar. Girls, what? Social norms is a big pressure on people, and unfortunately the majority of people, the majority of the globe population are simple-minded, and it's easy for them to just follow what's considered a norm. It's a human instinct to follow it and not to differentiate from it, because you would be considered weird, you would be considered an outsider. Nobody wants that. At least when you try to stay successful, when you try to keep a good reputation, you need a public validation. So the fear of being different is a very powerful force in fashion. It's human nature to want to fit in, to belong to a group, and to avoid standing out in ways that might invite criticism or judgment. This fear is amplified by the visual nature of social media, where the pressure to look perfect and on trend is relentless. As a result, many people shy away from experimenting with their style or expressing their true selves through their clothing. Instead, they choose the safety of what's popular, even when the trend doesn't resonate with their personality. This phenomenon leads to a homogeneity in fashion, where people across the globe are wearing the same outfits, following the same trends, and losing sight of what makes them unique. Rather than using fashion as a means of self-expression, they end up using it as a way to blend in, to avoid standing out. This can be particularly problematic when the trends themselves are bad either because they don't suit everyone, they're uncomfortable, or they simply don't align with the individual preferences. It is quite a problem for the fashion industry and our lovely fashion world, but we can't judge people who are not ready to put an effort, who can't afford, no matter what it is, material money or time or something else, to be creative, to be unique. Some people just don't want to, some people don't have the creativity into them, so we can't judge them. This is the way it is, this is the way it's always been, and it always will be. Given this fear of standing out and the desire for acceptance, it's no surprise that many people rely for convenience when it comes to fashion. Instead of taking the time to explore their own style, they rely on ready-made outfits from Pinterest or Instagram feeds. These sources often provide a quick and easy solution. Just follow the latest trend and you'll be considered fashionable. Very simple, very easy, so why not? However, this approach can lead to a lack of creativity and disconnection from personal style. So, my dear friends, the question is what to do. If trends are bad, if following whatever is on Pinterest is bad, if trying to copy someone else's outfit or buying the same sambas, oh my god, I think everybody is talking about sambas. Okay, let me give you another example. A Hawaiian flower hair clip. You see it on everybody on Pinterest, on everybody on TikTok, everybody on Instagram, and you want it and you buy it. So if that's considered bad, what isn't bad? So the first thing I want to talk about is the importance of staying informed. Isolating yourself from social media will not solve your problem, because fashion is a cycle and there are some, not like rules is very harshly saying it, but I would call it some regulations or a system how fashion works, because there are specific objects or specific combinations that will always or at the time be considered bad, non-fashionable, non-stylish, and just like, girl, what the hell are you doing? And some things will be considered really good. It's just what I'm trying to say, it's not as strict as it may seem. So while it's crucial to prioritize your own style, it's also important to stay updated on the latest trends. This doesn't mean you have to follow every trend, but being aware of them allows you to choose which ones resonate with you and how you might want to incorporate them into your own style. Staying informed also helps you understand the broader context of fashion. Trends often reflect cultural shifts, technological advancements, or changes in societal values. My door just opened and that freaked me out. I'm just gonna ignore that. Really sorry. Staying updated with the fashion world will definitely help you enlarge your visions and your knowledge, and definitely be a big plus in building your own style. So my first advice to you guys is to approach fashion with a sense of self-awareness and curiosity. Instead of asking what's popular right now, ask what do I like, what makes me feel good, what reflects who I am. By shifting the focus from external validation to internal satisfaction, you can begin to cultivate a style that is both current and uniquely yours. One way to do this is by adapting trends to fit your own preferences and lifestyle. For example, if oversized blazers are trending but you prefer a more fitted silhouette, consider tailoring the trend to your taste. Maybe you could opt for a slightly structured blazer that gives a nod to the trend but still aligns with your personal style. Similarly, if a specific Pantone color is in vogue and considered the color of the year, but it doesn't suit your skin tone or your whole entire wardrobe, it doesn't mean you need to immediately go and purchase this color. You can just skip on that or find a different shade of the same color. Or you can even use this color but, for example, in accessories and not in the whole full outfit, so that way you interpretate the trend into your own style and still participate in it. How would I wear this trend in a way that feels authentic to me? What are my favorite colors and how can I incorporate them into this trend? Do I prioritize comfort or am I willing to compromise for a certain look? By answering these questions, you can tailor trends to fit your body, personality, and lifestyle. And the last thing I want to talk about is that finding your personal style is like finding who you are in your 20s. You will never stick to one thing and be that till the rest of your life. Fashion is changing every single month, and you know that you're changing every single day. Nothing stays the same, neither your style or your taste or your opinion, and it's normal. I want you to put in your head that you don't have any frames, any borders. You can experiment as much as you want because your tastes, your preferences and style are likely to evolve over time, and that's a natural part of growing as a person. Don't be afraid to switch things up when a trend no longer resonates with you or when you feel drawn to something new. Sticking to one aesthetic is not identification of yourself. You can either be a gothic girl and a softcore girl and a cottage girl at the same time. One day you wear all black, another day you go fully pink. One day you're this beachy, mermaidy kind of girl, next day you're something else. Mix and match, experiment. When you find something you want to stick to, you stick to it. The moment it bothers you, it bores you down, you can try something else. There's no limits to that, guys. So don't be scared of losing interest in one style and wanting to change to another one. Fashion should be a dynamic expression of who you are at any given moment. What you wore last year might not feel right this year, and that's okay. By allowing yourself the freedom to change and evolve, you can keep your style fresh, relevant, and true to who you are. Applying this philosophy to trends, I want to say how everybody is talking about that like trends in 2020 were so bad, like how could we wear that? This is like the ugliest thing ever. Remember yourself back in 2020. Nobody thought that way. Everybody loved what was in back then. The cow print, the frog hat. It's all part of growing up. This is it. It will always be the same. You will always look back in the time and think, how could I wear that? This is so ugly. Because you're changing, trends are changing, fashion is changing, the world is changing, preferences, technologies, society, we're all changing. Deal with it. Accept it and change. To conclude, I want to say that fashion is a mean of expressing yourself and should not be for just fitting in and blending into the society. While seeking public validation and avoiding the fear of being different and natural humor tendencies, they should not dictate your approach in fashion. By staying curious, informed, and true to yourself, you can navigate the world of trends in a way that is both stylish and authentic. Fashion is more than just clothing. It's a powerful tool for self-expression and personal growth. Use it wisely and don't be afraid to wear what truly makes you feel like yourself. The presentation was made by anisiiaevaa. Thank you very much. I hope you like this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you leave a comment and a like and perhaps subscribe my channel. It was a lot of fun preparing this for you. Tell me what else do you want to learn about, because I'm here and I'm ready to share my opinion. This is my third video talking about fashion and I'm starting to feel more and more confident. Love you guys. Bye bye.